Hello my friends, welcome to today's video, which does not feature new products. I hope you'll stay with me anyway. I thought I would play around with some things that I haven't been wearing in a long time and put together maybe a little bit of a bronzy, outdoorsy look. I'm going to have one friend over for a little lunch this weekend in the back, outside. The first time, I'm not a huge entertainer. I dream of entertaining, but I never actually do it. And it's time. So she's going to come over. I'm going to make a lovely salad and some Pimm's cups. She's British, so that's, you know, kind of a thing. And hopefully it'll all work out. We'll see. Weather permitting, everything else permitting, changes in schedules, blah, 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 blah. But let's get into it. Also, I noticed the color of my hair has changed. And I'm really not sure what's going on here. I put in a mask that I haven't used in a long time, and I'm like, what's going on here? I think my hair is darker. I don't mind it, because it's also taken away the yellowness in the hair, but it's so strange. Anyway, let's take a look at a foundation that I have not worn in ages, and you might already have, because this used to be really very, 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 very popular, and that is the Luminous Silk from Giorgio Armani. I have two colors. Now one of the reasons I don't really wear this is because I can't find a good color for myself. They have a large range and yet somehow miss me. So I have 5 and 525, and 5 is supposed to be neutral. I'm just gonna show you. Like, it would match my temple really well, but my temple is my lightest area, and I find if I get a foundation that matches my temple pretty nicely, by the time I put it on, I look a little bit ghostly. The 525 has a pink undertone, and pink undertones tend to look gray on me at best, and at worst make me look really ruddy in the worst way. So that's that one. And let's put it like right here so you can see what's going on. Just not so hot. And here they are in my hand, and you can see the 5 and the 525, as far as darkness goes, there's a huge, huge difference here. So I'm going to do primarily the 5 and like 2 pumps, 3 pumps, because I'm going to use a beauty blender, which will eat it all up, and 1 pump. That's all. So it's kind of like that. And that will hopefully darken me up enough. I love the smell of the Luminous Silk. And there we go. Let's see what happens. It's such a beautiful foundation. Yeah, this still might be a little bit too light for me. And yeah, we're going to use a lot, but you know what? I have a fix for that. I have a fix for that. So first I'm just going to blend it with my fingers and do fast and furious, and then I'll go over it with the beauty blender. I was so glad to see Painted by Spencer put foundation under the eye, because I have always done that, and then I saw some makeup artists who will remain unnamed say, you don't want to do that because you don't want so much stuff under the eyes. But most foundations are a lot thinner than concealers. And if you can get some coverage with your foundation, you'll need less concealer. God, the skin looks so pretty, you guys. It's luminous, of course, but it's not shiny. And the coverage is so, so good. If you need something that's good, decent coverage, maybe not full, but good, decent coverage that looks like skin, I really don't think you can go wrong. And I think I'm going to use just the teeniest bit of the Kosas, because I feel like I actually do have some decent coverage here. And then here's a fun trick for you guys. Sometimes I just do that. So it's all blended in. Boom. I kind of want to do a bronzy little bit of a look today, which is unusual for me, but you know, we'll be eating outside. Let's not look like we're ghostly white eating outside. Let's look like we've been eating outside for months. So I'm going to the Bobbi Brown. This is limited edition, but both these colors exist in the regular collection, and this doesn't have a lot of yellow in it. It really looks to me like tan, from my skin tone anyway. So the first dip is just in that brown color. Lightest hand. This is not a dense brush. I'd rather build than use something really big and really dense and, you know, look clowny. I'm very particular about bronzer. I see so many people really looking on the edge. I watched Jaclyn Hill last night. I'm like, girl, it looked like bangs down to here. Even she said something like that, and then she blended it in, but it still didn't look that great. And it seems to be kind of common. And taking a bit more, and just keep on building. I like to get the top of the cheekbones because that's where you get sun when you've been in the sun. And the temples helps to give your face a little bit of shape, and then the tops of your cheeks, if you have cheeks like mine, you definitely get sun right here. And just move up to the nose, so it's a nice little sun mask. And just so the face doesn't look like it's two different faces, whatever's left around the edges. It's not a huge look, but we're not done. I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to dip into this color. Boom, 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 boom. Because when I get color, I get red. And I cake that on, so I'm going to be very, very slow with building this. And start on the cheek and go out. See how I'm beginning to look like, oh, you've got some sun, huh? And whatever's left, the bridge of the nose. I would normally put whatever's left on the eyes. I mean, we could. It won't be much by now. Because again, if you're going for a sun-kissed look, you definitely get some color on the eyes. Remember the bronze palette from Natasha Denona? It came out less than a year ago, and a lot of people didn't like it. I think it's beautiful. This normally isn't something I would go for. It's true, I don't like the warm stuff, but this just works for me. And these two shades right here are so special. So we're going to play with this a little bit, and I do love the fact that there are some pinky tones in here. Let's see if it looks pinky in the mirror. Yeah, looks a little, sometimes the colors look a little different in the mirror because they're on an angle. And I'm going to start with Beach. I have to admit, you guys, there's so little right now that is new that I'm interested in. It's a little, I don't know, it's a little frustrating, and it's hard to be inspired or excited right now for me. And I love doing looks for you, but I know that those are not my most popular videos. So I can't just do one look after another look after another look. And I'm just using this color to push the hood back a little bit. Excuse the hammering. This week was strange. It rained so hard the other day. 2 days ago it was freezing and pouring rain. And one day last week, you know, they do work from Monday to Saturday, and there was one day where they didn't work, and then today I wasn't hearing anything, and I thought, well, maybe they're not going to work today. But they did. They started work late, which probably means they're not going to be going to lunch at 12, which I've been timing my shooting for 12 o'clock because that's when they take off for lunch, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to go in with Magma, and I'm going just around the lash line area, but not all the way to the inner corner. I don't want to close up the eye, make it look smaller or make it look more close set. Ridge. And I'm going to give myself a teeny shadowing here. Again, I'm just trying to elongate the eye a little bit and recede the hood. So I do this with the eye open so I can see what skin needs to be colored as opposed to doing this. You know, work, 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 and you open your eyes, you're like, oh, hi. And I'm just kind of going to go back and forth with another brush now that I've placed it, so it doesn't look like there's a line right there. And smooth out this line up here. Before I do anything else, I just want to blend with a bigger fluffy brush. And with my finger, I'm going to go in with Bliss. So pretty. You know what? I'm going to do my pinky instead so I don't fat finger this. And start with the lash line where I had put that darker shadow. And then move up just the teeniest bit. I'm not doing the inner corner with this because it does read pretty dark. Now, I would prefer to do something champagne if I were doing an inner corner, and there isn't a champagne in here, so I'm just not going to do an inner corner, and I'm trying to figure out what do I want to do in the center. I think I'm going to go with silk. Just right in the center. It's a little more gold than I would want. It's very pretty. This is Cocoa. I think it's called Cocoa. I'll tell you what it's called right here in the subtitle. And that's Victoria Beckham. And I'm going to do very thinly towards the inside. Of course, if you blink, it's going to go a little bit thicker. And then when I get to the lash, I can make it a teeny bit thicker, but I'm still not making it thick. And the waterline. And then for lip, I don't know where Burberry is sold anymore, you guys. And I've had this for a long time. Let's see if it smells okay. But these are their mattes. They're cushy and comfortable. They don't have a lot of shades, but they have some good shades. And they're hard to find. I don't know where to find them anymore. But in the United States, I think they're easily available actually in Canada. And I believe also in Europe. And I think that is a fun, punchy look. I just love a bright lip, and I haven't been wearing bright lips very much lately. And I think the skin looks a little bronzed. It could look more bronzed, but the foundation looks so darn pretty. It's crazy. Just a little bit something something, but we are going to be eating. So maybe I don't want to do a bright lip. Maybe we want to do something a little more containable. I mean, one way to go from here is just put on a little bit of a gloss. I love this balm from Fenty. It's very comfortable, and you'll still get that kind of pink look, but more faded, more manageable, won't end up all over your face, and it will look maybe a little stained. Or, you know, Hermes is coming out with some more lip colors very soon, and a blush, and I can't wait, but it's not here yet, and I thought, let's look at some of my Hermes stuff. Now, I am going for a bronze look. Instead of doing the tension of a pink lip, I could do something like that. And this one is a cooler neutral. But I feel like this color is a little dangerous for me. It can make me look dead. Well, then we'll try both. I don't think so. These are very comfortable. That's not the matte, it's the satin, but they're very perfumed. I'll write the name right here because I think I can't pronounce it. Even though this color is muted, no one would look at this and say, what a bright color. I feel that with the rest of the face, it does look kind of bright. So I'm going to do a nude. This is BECCA. Oh my God, BECCA. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to order another one of these because to me, this is the best nude I have. Meaning, for my skin, for my hair, for my eyes, and for my aesthetic, what I'm comfortable with. And there it is. Just a fun, bronzy kind of look. Not too bronze, but it doesn't look like, hi, I've spent the last year inside. And using products that I haven't been using for a long time. The Giorgio Armani Silk is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful foundation, and if you can find a color that works for you, and I think this is okay, I think it might be a little bit light, and I do remember now, I felt like when I put this on that it was kind of fancy and it would be something I would wear at night, except I don't go anywhere. So why not whip out the good stuff and wear it during the day, because they just don't last forever. These are kind of old, but remarkably they're still in good shape. And the bronze palette from Natasha Denona is fabulous. I happen to really enjoy this palette. I think that's my cue to say, let's wrap it up. I hope maybe I inspired you to have a little bit of fun with makeup. Pretend. Just pretend you're having people over and do a trial run. I'm not pretending. I do have a friend coming over, but you know, always good chance that something's going to happen and she won't be able to make it. And it's nice to just put on some makeup and have a little fun. And it doesn't matter that nothing that I'm using is new, I hope. We all have stuff that we're not using. So look at your stuff. What haven't you used? What do you like? What do you not even remember if you like or not? And take it out and have a play. And that's it, my friends. I hope that was fun. I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe, be smart, and I'm wishing you good health.